Hey guys, I kind of just wanted to come on here to talk about something completely unrelated with all of the content I usually make, but something on a more serious topic that I feel like I kind of want to put out there. And I'm gonna start by saying like it's to do with a lot of like mental health issues and stuff I've been dealing with recently. Um, I don't overly know how to put my feelings into words too much, and I'm not great at like talking to people I'm close to. So I thought I love YouTube, Twitch, whatever. I love making content. So I decided I would put it in that form, I guess, to try and talk about things. And yeah, so um, there's basically a lot of things I could really go over. It's, I'm trying to put it into perspective here, but I deal with a lot of mental health issues that make life a lot harder than it should be, and I put myself in situations to where I start thinking to myself that I'm crazy, and I promise you I'm not. I'm a completely sane person who just gets into bad states, and I know people aren't trying to watch someone complain. I'm not here to complain. But yeah, so I'm coming on here to more so talk about um life, I guess. And so I'm actually a senior in high school, which is honestly crazy to say at this point. Um I never really thought about this point when I was younger. I kind of just always was like, I'm gonna live in the moment. I'm gonna live in the moment. And it's something that kind of caught me by surprise, and that's adulthood and living a life. And I always try to think, like, don't think of the outcome of things, just live it and then see the outcome for yourself. But I'm not very smart in school wise. I don't think I'm a dumb person, but I don't really think like academically or educationally I'm up there at all. Um, and it was only like in like grade like 8 I started making YouTube videos, and I was watching like or like even before, like I was watching a bunch of like Logan Paul, old YouTubers like that, and I would just start vlogging my life, man. But no one really, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just recording with my phone, and it's honestly tough. I didn't really expect. I got criticism from friends, but it was all goofy and stuff. But it was only truly then where I was like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna do this, and I never really realized that I've kind of, I don't know. I still love making the videos, but I do it more as a hobby now, and I tell myself that, but I don't really know. So like, I go to therapy and I try to talk, but I have a hard time like putting myself like seem bad in front of others. So what I do is I would just lie, and I would just tell her how great I am, how I have all these accomplishments. I was almost like I was lying to myself in a way, and that's one thing you should never ever do is lie to yourself, because the moment you start lying to yourself is the moment you become delusional. And I, I didn't really understand that saying too much. I was like, oh, whatever. But it's really true. I found myself, I'd view bot and shit, and I was like, yeah, I got 1,000 viewers, and I thought it was awesome, and I was telling my friends like I got all these viewers, and they'd be like, wow, that's awesome, and I never realized like how much of a fucking loser I was. Um, but yeah, and I only recently, and I took a big break from streaming, and I kind of came back with like a new purpose, where my one of my psychology teachers was like talking about like future and how people are, and they're like, we got to do projects in many like different ways, and the way that I did it always was a video. I would always make videos about like the topics, and I really enjoyed making them. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed talking to the camera. I always do, which is why I decided to do this. And she came up to me near the end of the year when I handed my final thing, and she's like, "What do you want to do for your future?" And I was like, "Whoa, I'm not really too sure." And she goes, "Is it anything to do with video production?" And I was like, "Oh, now you guys know I don't really make videos crazy like that, but I enjoyed making them." And she's like, "Yeah, you know, for compared to all your other work, these were outstanding assignments, and there was just a different level of like compassion for them." So after that, I was very much like, "All right, I'm gonna start YouTube again, start doing stuff." And I only realized how much I truly loved it. It wasn't because it got to the point where it wasn't I'm checking for views all the time. I'd post a video and just feel good. Now I gotta go into some darker stuff here. In not too long ago, I'd say around April, before my brother's birthday, I tried to kill myself, and it was honestly a life-changing experience. For the worst though, because it was like I took a bunch of like just random stuff and I started tripping and whatever. And after that, I really just hated myself because my mom ran in from work and she's like, "Oh fuck," and I was just crying, man, and I didn't know what to do. And it's like my brother's birthday was on the way, and I'm like, I'm not trying to ruin his life. And the thought of leaving him was just truly tough, and I didn't really know how to put it. And I'd always try to talk to my mom, but as much as I love her, we just don't see eye to eye. And when I'm like, I want to do this, she's like, "Oh, you want to? Oh, that's not smart. Why do you not look after smart people? Why you not more like my sister?" And then they're like, "What are you gonna do after high school?" And I'll be honest, my only really plan was I was gonna start streaming more and kind of have a job full time, which I know shit's gonna get really, really, really hard, and I know I'm kind of alone on things because I don't really have anybody like close friends I can talk to about this kind of stuff. And my family just we're not on the same level when it comes to things. And every time I go to therapy just doesn't really work. And I know it's good for some people, but it just wasn't for me. And I'm honestly like I'm lost. I don't know what to do. And I have a year, less than 365 days to finish high school and get my life in just complete order. So that's just such a scary thing to think, knowing I've been doing YouTube and streaming all my life, and I'm like, bro, I'm gonna have to put that shit down possibly. And I don't know, I really do feel like in my head I was always like manifesting a lot of stuff, like I'm gonna do it. I'm watching people, but then I just hear things like Queso talking about, 9 to 5, and he's like, yeah, people just don't make it. And I was like, had a lot of self-doubt and stuff like that. And I'm watching people and I'm looking at their viewers, and then I go live expecting to have a similar stream and have it be awesome, and I have 2 viewers, and most of it is people trying to sell me stuff. And I don't want to be rude. I don't want to farm the clip, but it's like I enjoy having people there who want to talk and enjoy what I do. And I know there's like tons of time before I gotta get in for life. Like I truly believe like when I can put more time into it, I'm focusing on trying to do better stuff. One thing I wanted to do at some point soon was I really wanted to meet Asmongold, because I feel like if I could talk to him, I could see things in a different way. And because I truly believe he's a lot smart. He's really, really fucking smart. And I'm looking at where he was when I was this age, and it feels like a different world almost. Like a young Asmongold never really existed in the same world I do. And he's more of just like a TV character on a show that doesn't actually truly exist. When I'm watching people online, it's like I don't really know too much. Like they just do their stuff and I'm like, alright. But it doesn't feel real when I'm watching them. I see all this cool stuff, but it doesn't really feel real. And I go, I want to do that. I want to do that. But it doesn't feel obtainable. And I know that's not really the answer. And I know getting into it gets really, really hard because it's like, I want to do it, but then after some point, I'm very much like, damn, I'm just gonna fucking fail. And I see crazy people all the time just on the streets and stuff. And I'm like, am I gonna be like them? That's why, like, I've cut off any substance. I'm not touching anything ever again. It's true. The one thing I had to learn was don't think that I'm different from addiction. Don't go, okay, clearly I'm different when it comes to smoking weed. So my brain cells aren't going to do that. I think normally, but I've noticed things start happening, and then I'm like, I gotta buy another pen, I gotta buy another ounce or whatever. Same thing when it came with shrooms or magic mushrooms. I tried those and it was fucking disaster, and I'm like, the way the world kind of shifts on them is just really weird, and I don't know fully how to explain what happened, but it was really weird, and now I'm in a situation that I'm just not okay with. And I know everyone lives their lives so differently, and the world is so big, and it's like, you know, and I see things like, don't give up, you got this, you're awesome. But I always wonder, like, will I ever be in, like, a situation where I come and stream and I have people waiting for me? And, like, I promise you guys, this isn't some, man, please feel bad for me. You could say I'm a big fat fucking loser who's right about everything I'm saying, and I'm so uber fucked in my life. But, truly, like, I don't really know how to put it, but I'm like, I'm really lost, man. Because it's a feeling of, I know what the treasure is, I just don't have the map. And it's really tough, and I'm really wanted to make this video at some point. Mental health is not a joke. I used to always believe that you could just push it away and just ignore it, and you would never have a real mental health problem. But then I was breaking down, and I'm panicking, and my heart is always racing, and I don't get any rest, and it's stream, or whatever, and then it's trying to make videos, and then think about it, and then I go, oh, that fucking failed. Like, I keep failing. I see that people are like, oh, keep failing. You know, like, your life will get better. Just keep failing. But I've failed so many times that I truly don't know if that's just what they're saying to keep me down. Now, I don't want to sound crazy and like I'm theory crafting or anything, because I know that's not true. It's luck, but my heart really is racing right now. I don't want to make a long video. So, yeah. Thank you guys for whoever listened. If you're going through anything, honestly, like, seek the help. Find anything that you can do to make it better. If people are telling you stuff and you're saying, oh, well, they told me to do this, even though I think it's wrong, I'm still gonna do it. And then you go down what they're doing and you find yourself even more unhappy. Stop doing it because they told you to. Just do what makes you happy, and that's all you'll really need to live. Is think about the one life that you have. You have no idea what's after this. You have no idea. And you really got to think like, oh my god, after this it's like, will there ever be anything else, or is this it? Is this what we have? And truly, if this is all we have, and that's just, it's a natural part of life, like we can't really expect to have things forever. Do what makes you happy. Don't give up. Don't commit suicide. It's fucking awful. It's not the way. I promise you, good will come. You may think you want something now, but then tomorrow, no one's future is truly guaranteed, and I know my future is not truly guaranteed, and that's like, it really does have me going, what do I do? What do I do? But I'm just gonna keep believing in myself. Hey, if you made it this far into the video, like, thank you. You truly listened to me. And play this as motivation if you got to. Thank you.